I truly feel that by doing this, you could increase your productivity by 300% at least. And you do this by fasting, and not just like the little baby intermittent fasting of like, oh, I skip breakfast, or oh, I kind of go a little bit later into the morning or early afternoon. I think the sweet spot is right around, if you can do between 16 and 20 hours a day fasted, I feel like that's where you really see the benefits of prolonged fasting. And I feel like, especially if you're an entrepreneur, you could benefit from this in so many different ways. The first one being, and like the biggest one, applies to everyone, is just the convenience of being able to wake up in the morning and not have to instantly cook, eat, digest food. Just that whole thing, being able to cut out that part of your morning is huge, and it compounds from there. So if you're able to wake up in the morning and get straight to work, or even if you're not an entrepreneur, go to your job, and before going to your job, you can go and accomplish so many different things in the morning, and it just sets you up for a really, really good day. And that kind of leads me to the second thing, being your mental acuity is super duper increased, meaning just your clarity and your sharpness and your response time is super elevated, because you have to think, when you're fasting, your body is in a fight or flight mode of basically the primitive version of you being, hey, I need food. And when your body needs food, it's going to signal to your brain, hey, we need to be sharp, we need to be quick, we need to do these things to secure a food source, versus just waking up in the morning and instantly getting food in. Your body kind of gets into a relaxed state, and you don't feel the need to get your food in right away, or at least search the food out like you would have to do back in the hunter-gatherer days of actually having to go out and source your food, which was way less convenient than nowadays. You can just go to a grocery store, load up for the week, have your food ready to go. So it really puts your body in a hyper productive mode, tapping into that fight or flight of, hey, I need food. And yeah, that's super duper huge. Third thing, and this is really like my last thing, because those, just the convenience and the mental acuity are like huge. Like that's enough to just close the argument right there. Fast, whatever. The third thing is more along the lines of staying in shape and staying lean and having a healthy physique. There's tons of different benefits when it comes to the biology of fasting, including cell autophagy, especially if you get into like those 2-3 day fasts, which you shouldn't be doing like every week, but every quarter or so you can incorporate those, and those are big for that. But just like, it lowers your blood pressure, it improves digestion, it lowers your cortisol levels. Fasting does so many different things for your body that's beneficial, to where you're able to just have tons of these different benefits internally as well as externally, especially if you like to work out, bodybuild. Not so much powerlifting. You can do fasting with powerlifting, but your strength definitely will probably suffer. But more so along the lines of just like looking good and looking lean. It's very hard to accumulate and hold on to body fat, especially a surplus, when you only have that tiny eating window of like 3-4 hours a day. You can only fit so much food into that meal. A lot of times you're going to want to eat healthier too, so it's not going to be a bunch of empty calories. So those are my big 3 things, and I think that's more than enough. Even if you just took one of those things and got crazy benefits from just that, like, I feel like that's enough to subscribe to the idea of, hey, fasting is awesome. I feel great doing it. There's a few people that shouldn't do it. Like if you're pregnant, probably not the best idea, or some crazy medical reasons. But even with that, I think there's very, very, very few people that wouldn't benefit from fasting. The intensity of how you do it obviously can vary. Maybe you can only do like 12, 14, 16 hours. But really, like I said, 16, 20 hours is just, you like will feel phenomenal doing it. I encourage you to try your best to stick to a longer time frame. It's harder in the beginning, and I'd say after a week or 2 your body will adjust, but you'll definitely be like hungry when you first start doing it. But if you distract yourself, if you're working, if you're not sitting around, especially if you have a job that keeps you on your feet, it is much easier to go longer into the day because you aren't sitting there thinking about food, because you're distracted, you're moving around. But if you haven't tried it, give it a go. Once you get into the daily fasts, start doing like 2-3 day fasts every other month, maybe every month, and those just, you feel incredible. A lot of people do those for like religious reasons, which is awesome, and then as well as detoxing your body, it's super good for that. You just will feel, if you've never gone longer than like a day without food, like I'm talking strictly just a water fast, you will feel amazing. It's like crazy how good you feel, and your energy is super increased too, doing it. So if you haven't done it, give it a go. It's incredible. If you have done it, let me know how you feel, how long you typically go when you do fast, and some of the benefits that you notice. All right, we're out.